What to do when someone stops valuing you. Life is full of relationships, friendships, family connections, romantic partnerships, and professional associations. Each of these relationships is built on mutual respect, appreciation, and value. But sometimes people change, circumstances evolve, and you may find yourself in a situation where someone no longer values you the way they once did. This can be painful, confusing, and even detrimental to your well-being. However, it is crucial to handle such situations with grace, self-respect, and wisdom. 1. Acknowledge the reality. The first step in dealing with someone who no longer values you is to acknowledge the reality of the situation. Denial will only prolong the pain. If their actions and words show a lack of appreciation, it's important to recognize and accept it rather than making excuses for their behavior. Pay attention to the signs. Diminished communication, lack of consideration, avoidance, or dismissiveness. 2. Do not beg for their attention. One of the biggest mistakes people make in such situations is chasing after the person who no longer values them. Begging for attention or trying too hard to prove your worth can make you feel even worse. You should never have to convince someone to see your value. Your worth is not up for debate. 3. Evaluate the relationship. Take a step back and reflect on the relationship. Ask yourself some key questions. Has this person's attitude towards me changed suddenly or gradually? Have I done something that may have contributed to this change? Is this relationship still beneficial to my well-being? Do I feel respected and appreciated in this relationship? Self-reflection will help you determine whether the relationship is worth salvaging or if it's time to let go. 4. Communicate openly. Before making any drastic decisions, consider having an open and honest conversation with the person. Sometimes, people don't realize the impact of their actions. Express your feelings without blaming or accusing them. Use I statements such as, "I feel unappreciated when," rather than "you never value me." This approach fosters understanding and minimizes defensiveness. 5. Set boundaries. If someone consistently undervalues you, setting boundaries is essential. Boundaries protect your emotional and mental health. If the person continues to treat you poorly, limit your interactions or reduce your emotional investment in the relationship. Boundaries reinforce self-respect and send a clear message that you will not tolerate being undervalued. 6. Focus on self-worth. Your value is not determined by how others treat you. When someone stops valuing you, it's easy to internalize their actions as a reflection of your worth. However, remember that their behavior is about them, not you. Reaffirm your self-worth by engaging in self-care, practicing positive affirmations, and surrounding yourself with people who appreciate and uplift you. 7. Avoid seeking validation from the wrong people. Seeking validation from people who do not appreciate you can lead to disappointment and emotional exhaustion. Instead, invest your energy in those who genuinely care for you and respect your presence in their lives. If someone does not recognize your value, their opinion should not define your self-worth. 8. Invest in self-growth. One of the best responses to being undervalued is to channel your energy into self-improvement. Take up new hobbies, advance your career, work on your physical and mental well-being, and strive to become the best version of yourself. Growth not only enhances your confidence, but also attracts people who truly value and respect you. 9. Surround yourself with supportive people. Distance yourself from those who take you for granted, and focus on building relationships with people who genuinely care about you. Whether it's family, close friends, or mentors, having a strong support system can help you navigate the pain of feeling undervalued. True friends and loved ones will remind you of your worth and encourage you to move forward. 10. Learn to let go. Letting go of relationships that no longer serve you is difficult, but sometimes necessary. If someone persistently fails to appreciate you despite your efforts to communicate and set boundaries, it may be time to walk away. Letting go does not mean you are weak. Rather, it signifies strength and self-respect. You deserve relationships where you are valued and appreciated. 11. Shift your perspective. Instead of seeing the situation as a loss, view it as a lesson. Every experience, whether good or bad, teaches you something valuable about yourself and others. Perhaps this situation is pushing you toward personal growth, emotional independence, and a deeper understanding of what you truly deserve. 12. Practice gratitude. Even in difficult moments, gratitude can shift your focus from pain to appreciation. Be grateful for the people who do value you. Remind yourself of the good in your life and the relationships that bring you joy. Gratitude helps you move forward with a positive mindset. 13. Seek professional guidance. If the experience of feeling undervalued is causing deep emotional distress, seeking help from a therapist or counselor can be beneficial. Professional guidance can help you process your emotions, build self-esteem, and navigate relationships with a healthier approach. 14. Realize that you are enough. At the core of dealing with someone who no longer values you is the understanding that you are enough, just as you are. You do not need to earn love, respect, or appreciation. Your existence alone makes you worthy. Recognizing the signs. Lack of communication. They no longer initiate conversations, and when they do, it's only out of necessity rather than a genuine desire to connect. Disregard for your feelings. Your emotions, concerns, and thoughts are dismissed as if they don't matter. Absence of effort. They used to make an effort, but now everything seems like an obligation or inconvenience. Frequent excuses. They are suddenly too busy for you, but they have time for everything and everyone else. You feel like a burden. You start to feel like reaching out or spending time together is more of a nuisance to them than a joy. They don't celebrate you. Your successes, milestones, and achievements are met with indifference rather than excitement. Indifference toward losing you. If someone truly values you, they will fear losing you. When they don't care, it becomes evident why it hurts so much. When someone stops valuing you, the pain is immense because it challenges our sense of self-worth. We associate our importance with how others treat us, making it difficult to separate our value from their perception. We invest time, love, and energy into people, and when that investment is not reciprocated, it feels like a betrayal. But here's the hard truth. Your value is not defined by someone else's inability to appreciate it. What you should do: acknowledge the reality. It's important to accept that the dynamic has changed. Denying the truth only prolongs the pain. Stop chasing their approval. The more you seek validation from someone who no longer values you, the more you diminish your own self-worth. Shift your focus. Invest your energy in people who cherish, appreciate, and support you wholeheartedly. Set boundaries. Distance yourself from those who take you for granted. Setting emotional boundaries is necessary for self-respect. Prioritize self-worth. Remind yourself that you deserve to be valued. Engage in self-care and activities that bring you joy. Let go. Letting go is painful but necessary. Holding on to someone who doesn't see your worth only prolongs the suffering. Surround yourself with love. Seek out friends and family who uplift and appreciate you for who you are. Understanding their perspective. Sometimes people stop valuing us due to their own personal struggles, distractions, or emotional limitations. It may not always be about you. It could be that they are dealing with their own issues and do not have the emotional capacity to reciprocate. However, it is not your responsibility to force someone to see your worth. The importance of self-worth. Your worth is inherent. It is not something that fluctuates based on someone else's inability to recognize it. When someone stops valuing you, remind yourself, you are enough. You are worthy of love and appreciation. You deserve relationships that uplift and nourish you. You don't need to prove your worth to someone who refuses to see it. Moving forward, healing from this kind of experience takes time. There will be moments of self-doubt and sadness, but there will also be moments of empowerment and growth. The key is to embrace the lesson. Cherish those who truly value you, and never settle for being an option in someone else's life when you deserve to be a priority. Final thoughts. Losing someone's appreciation may feel like a loss, but in reality, it is often a redirection towards something better. When someone stops valuing you, it's not an indication that you are unworthy, it's an indication that you are outgrowing a space that no longer serves you. And that is something to embrace rather than fear. You are valuable, you are enough, And the right people will always see and cherish your worth.